Thanks very much. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Well, a recent survey suggests that the average British male loses his virginity at 17, gets married at 28, and has sex 1.5 times a week. Oh, and one other thing, when he does have it, it lasts all of 10 minutes. Remind you of anyone you know. Are we really such lousy lovers? That with tongue-in-cheek is what we're asking this morning. Now, you've been doing some research into this.
Well, you're right. All this stuff about Italians and Romans and so on. Do you realize that in the times of Roman Britain the Italian ladies, those who could afford it, used to ship themselves to this country to be serviced by the Saxons?
Is that true?
Yeah.
What was their particular attraction? Was it their money?
No, they were wild maters. They were known as insulae prehappii.
Really? We live and learn on this program.
Yeah. And they didn't have to speak at all. They didn't speak the same language, but the Roman women would come, often risking their lives across the wilds of northern Europe, to be serviced by the Saxon men.
So what's changed? Now British women go to Italy.
Exactly. And you talking about the fear of sex, which I think is probably very significant throughout the ages, because in ancient Greece, you know the story of the Minotaur in the labyrinth. This half-man, half-bull, was often depicted like that, but was occasionally depicted as a large, four-legged breast. And this was something that men were frightened of. So the fear of sex or fear of breasts or whatever actually goes back all the way, more than 2,000 years.
This is getting very profound.
What do you make of that? Hey, does that fit in with your theory about fear?
And
it's to do with brains as well, because Athena was the goddess of wisdom, and she was supposed to be so wise because she had a second brain in her breast. And she was a virgin. As a goddess, she was a virgin.
Well, there we are.
Men are frightened of women with brains.
Well, there you are. It goes back to the days of the labyrinth. Now I've been talking earlier to a man called Thurston Lowe. You know Thurston Lowe?
Yeah.
You very familiar.
Well, is this, you going to blow my cover?
You told me you were called Thurston Lowe. Are you really called Thurston Lowe?
Well, no I'm not. I'm called Peter Davis. But this is to do with the book I'm bringing out next year, and I was asked by my publishers not to come out with my real name unless I blew the cover for the book.
Oh, I see, because we thought you were someone entirely different. Someone has been whispering in my ear throughout the second half of this show that this guy isn't who he claims to be.
Well, but I'm not. I spoke about this with your researchers.
Christopher Morris. Does that ring a bell?
No.
No. Doesn't matter.
No, but hang on.
I
was supposed to, listen. This is a disgrace.
I'm not ashamed. What's a disgrace?
It's a disgrace that you've actually come out and said because I'm not meant to be on this program ahead of the year of the publication of my book.
It's all perfectly explainable then.
Is this what you do on these programs?
No. Oh, come on. Come on, my friend.
You wander around with your...
Listen
to me.
Listen, you have made a very lively and amusing contribution to the show and I'm very grateful.
And you've changed the color of your hair. Why is it not white anymore?
Thank you very much indeed. Please do me the courtesy of being quiet.